Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of CanalTown here in City Skylines. Well, last episode we added in some brand new bus lines, we did some more expansions with some lands and stuff like that, set up a little bit more public transport, things are rocking and rolling, we got major growth, starting to get some higher rise buildings. Things are going pretty well. I think we're closing in 25,000 population right now in New Amsterdam. But as the city grows, the services also need to grow. So today, I want to take a look at building a water treatment plant and a power station area that will supplement the whole city and region as we continue to grow. Now, since last episode, we added in the buses, and one of the bus lines kind of slightly takes away a little bit more than I want from one of the ferry lines. So we're going to slightly adjust it so they kind of more complement rather than take over, and see how things rock and roll. But as always, guys, if you do enjoy this, please smash a like button down below, and if you are new around here, make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when next episode comes out. And breathe. Okay, right, let's jump into this, boys. Bam! We are back. So yes, we are closing in 25,000 residents. We have had a huge growth spurt since last episode. Now, before we jump into it, what's my region that is showing? There we go, New Amsterdam. Before we jump into it, the bus loop that we got going around right now takes away a lot from this ferry line. So you can see here right now, we got the red and orange bus route is the one in question. They are taking quite a few passengers, which is not bad. It's pretty good. You know, I'm kind of happy with it. But it takes away quite a bit from the green ferry line. As you can see right now, there's minimal people waiting. And the reason for that is the loop goes around the perimeter, the same as the green ferry line goes around the perimeter. So I feel like I need to slightly change it up a little bit. So instead of this red and orange line kind of coming round the perimeter here, I'm going to make it kind of cut through slightly and like come in, come out, weave here and there, just to kind of like get other areas that we're not currently servicing with the ferry system. So which will really be handy and take a little bit more away. So first things first, we're going to actually start down here because we have actually the two blue routes. Stop here, and stop here. It feels a little bit excessive. So if I actually put you over here and then you over here, so it's more within the downtowny vibe area, move all of this, so you to there. We're actually going to get rid of these stops here, you to there. So I'm going to push this slightly back a little bit so it's just kind of out of the way. It's still within walking distance so they can transfer nice and easy. So we kind of like have it a little bit separate from this section. It does that mean it comes down to here, which we're going to switch out for over here right now. So that's the red one. That's the orange one. Again, it's in walking distance. They'll complement each other pretty nice. So no need to stress or worry about that. And then we're going to take a look at this. So I want to get it in the inner section a little bit more. We have a stop just there, which everything around here is perfectly fine. So for this one, I'm going to place it, let's go for about here. Because that kind of then touches this vicinity. It's in between this ferry stop and this ferry stop, which is a little bit more connected. There we go. And then we have a stop just here. I don't know whether to kind of like get rid of this one because of that ferry stop here, which is probably what I'm going to do. And you can then see how it slightly starts to reroute itself. So if I then have a... Wait, why won't it go across there? Hold on, boys. Ferry stop. Not ferry stop, bus stop. Why won't it drive across that? Oh, because it's not a road. That's why, Seniac, it's not a road. Right, we'll sort that out in just a minute. Oh, have I just messed that up? There we go. So we'll sort that out in just a minute. So stop there, stop here. Right, and then we've got the stop there. So if I kind of kill off these two here, because the way that kind of runs, where can I place this next one? So actually, do you know what? No stop. We'll go directly to here. Right, so it kind of comes in and out. It waves about as it collects people and still complements the outer ring for the ferry line. Now, it all crisscrosses here, which is okay. Again, it's still within walking distance to all of this. Over here, we have a stop just there, which we've got a stop there. Stop for this is up there and down here. Again, within walking distance. And it's out the way just there. So, just taking a little bit away. It's not major. It will still get people from point A to point B. I'm going to build a bridge here instead. A road bridge, he says. So say goodbye to this. So what I'm aiming to do is to kind of split the traffic a bit more. The passenger traffic is what I'm saying. Between the two, so not one is too overloaded than the other is the best way to put it. So that will eventually update in a moment anyway, so we'll give it some time and see what happens. I mean, as I expand more, I'm going to be changing up these passenger lines anyway, so these aren't going to be their final form. They will constantly be changing. Now that's all good. That is pretty sweet. Now when it comes to the power, we are on the cusp of technically going to be running out at some point. Water, kind of the same again. And this is what I want to take a look at right now. I want to take a look at these services and sort them out to kind of slightly future-proof ourselves and also set up a system where I can add to it with future expansions. Now, the great thing about this map was it had this over here from default. Now, I don't know what any of this is, but basically, power... We seem to have... Someone said in the comment section, said, Seneca, you got electric eels in your river? I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is, but it's in here, and it powers a lot of stuff. So I want to build my water treatment plant and power station based around all of this. We also have some water treatment happening up here as well, which we want to take a little bit more of a look at and see what's going down. I'm not sure if I agree with this being pumped into here, but hey-ho. We've got a little basin that we placed in recently, but we're going to try and expand upon this. Now, the reason I'm not too sure about this is solely because this is pumping out sewage, which could quite easily slip out. Is there a water source here? There is. Quite easy to slip out, you never know, and then start being sucked up by the clean drinking water. So we need to sort this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the game. We're going to demolish these. So that is our sewage side of it. But of course, right, I'm going to add... these pumps here. So these are going to be for clean drinking water, but I'm not going to connect them just yet. So don't worry, okay? Don't worry right now. I'm not going to connect them just yet. So one there and there. One there and there. Just I'm only doing it now so I know the spacing so we can build a road. So don't panic, okay, guys? Don't freaking panic right now. So coming off this then, we're going to build a slight road going around. Now, if I went to here and then up, it's almost as good. Let me try that again. We'll go by the one additional more. That'll work just fine. And now we have a slight perimeter road going around. But the main reason for this, it does start to go uphill. We'd have to be a little bit careful, but I want to start building some of these basin stuff right now, which allows us to kind of pump out all of the sewage. So it does go uphill, so I do have to be a little bit careful. We're a little bit more flat over on this side. We do get to work with this edge as well. So if I go down, if I go up by like 3 more and then cut down this way, I've got to try and remember the spacing. Is that a bridge, by the way? It is, isn't it? I gotta remember the spacing between these little basins. So, going up... Okay, that's gonna be difficult, isn't it? So that there is a 7. I reckon, is it a 10? Let me go by a... Let me do like a 10 by... That's not really a 10 by 10, is it? What's that, a 12? Right. I'll start here. 10 by 10. Right, I just want to see if that was the correct size. Almost. It's actually a 9 by 10. Okay. A 9 by 10. So if I come up here by a 9, and then just run across, because it doesn't really matter at this point. Just my little basin. So 1, 2, 3, 4 I could squeeze in total. Now, we're going to try and smoothen this off a bit so it's not staggered like this. So if I just quickly grab this, get the... Actually, I'll put it back into play mode, right? No, actually I can't because I've got rid of the sewage. No. Let me just quickly... select all this. Align it to here. And we'll sort it all out. If I connect these real quick by the sewage, then we can then technically go back into play mode. So back into play mode. And that should handle our sewage treatment. There we go, no issues. I just gotta wait for the sewage in that little basin area here to disappear before I can turn the waterworks on. So if I want to expand upon this, I can add more to it, and we've got like a little sewage treatment plant. The clean water will flow in, that's where we'll suck it up for drinking water. So like I said, it will take some time, but we'll eventually get there. We will eventually get there. Now, we got the floating garbage things as well. So these are 50 grand a pop. I want to drop 2 of these puppies down. They will slowly clean the sewage in there so we can make it squeaky clean, and then we can finally drink it. Drink those rotting poos. Very good, sir. Very good. Right, I'm going to smooth here first to see what I can just kind of get out of it. And the answer's probably going to be not a lot, so I'm going to push it back. Oh, undo that. Let's try that again. There we go. And then we smooth it from the top. So we take the top edge off first to kind of reduce how ferocious the drop is going to be. And then it will kind of feel as natural as you'd like then at that point. So push this one back a bit more as well. So go a bit back to about there, which is fine. From the top. So then when we go around the edge right now, you don't even notice you've done anything. How cool is that? Right, sweet. So is that sewage gone yet? It's all. Do you know what? It's almost gone. It's almost gone. So let's do a little bit of the power side first then before we rock and roll. And we'll set the power up on this side of it. Now we have like this abandoned power station by the looks of it. So maybe that's what originally powered the dam. We've got some electrical grids down here, which are looking pretty cool. But we want to try and harness the power of the sun, which I think will be very, very important. So get rid of all of this. I'll keep that there because it's quite a nice little reminder of what once was. And we'll dirt road it. Why not? So out by 20, and I think I'm going to do a 20 by 20 bend. All right, just to kind of run us up to where we can then build a solar panel farm. I'll actually continue to where we had just here. And how big are the solar panels? I've got to move the original ones. So placing you just there. How many did I get? I got 1. Is it just the one that I got? Yeah, it is. Now, me moving this wouldn't be an issue because it's all going to be technically connected anyway. And if I bring that to about there... Has it got water, by the way? No. So I'm not sure how I'm expecting it to be powered and connected. Well, let me just run out here right now. Actually, we'll come out here. And I do one just there. So, room to expand in the future on that side. So that gives me a lot more power. It's a bit of a jazzy design, but this is how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. Our water treatment over here, which I reckon we can now place in the water. And we can now delete these. Now, them both being turned on, I'm going to have to adjust the water levels in here. Because it is being sucked quite dramatically. So I wonder if I can get that for a constant fill. And we should be able to get away with it. If not, we're going to have to move the water source a little, a slight tad over. Or I can just place in another one, couldn't I? I'll bring that water capacity right down. Now, it's all good and well adding in the levels like that. But we're going to make sure that we can suck it all up quick enough with our water pumps. And I don't want to affect the water levels too much here because it might break this whole dam system that's being created. So I might need to kind of bring this one down slightly. Because I'm going to cause some serious flooding now, aren't I? Oh no! He's only got to broke it, boys. There was always going to be flooding. There was always going to be flooding. So yeah, this is quite a distance now, right now, for garbage vehicles to drive. There's a couple on the way already, so they'll sort things out. But yeah, this is going to be a start of the utility area. Slightly out of the way of the city. Eventually, we'll be fully expanded over here. I could build a garbage thing over here as well, but then they're going to go down to the city and then come back, so it's still not going to be worth it. I reckon we've got the level. Well, I think we have, is the main question. I think we have, but we shall see. Eventually, we'll actually have the ability to use this to build a national park around here, which would be pretty sweet to see as well. So let's have a little bit of a fast forward then. And let's see what we can get done. So those garbage trucks should now be on the way. This, because the water's still flowing in, shows us that we are okay here. And we'll get away. So our power is good to go. We've got now double the power to use. Water treatment and sewage is astronomically good. So I'm happy with that. So garbage will be localized more around the city. So are those trucks on the way up? Yes, they are. There's also something going on over here. Where are you guys going? Manager at the solar plant. Oh, they're driving to work. That's a long way to drive, boys. That is a long way to drive. So in they come, the garbage trucks. One's going to go straight ahead, I assume. Nope, they're both coming around this way. They're both coming around this way. So is it, why is it bringing two? Is there only enough capacity for... That one's a stunning ball. So why did two of them need to come? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But they're here anyway. They're here anyway. So that will solve the city's issues in the coming future and give me more space and room to do some expansions. So we'll take a look at what's going down with the public transport in just a moment. I want to continue some more expansion. So while we do have a slight industrial area here, I think we need to build some offices on this side to kind of be the buffer between the two areas. So let's get back to the road layouts. So going to bring this down by a 25, making sure it sticks to the ground. There we go. We're going to bring this diagonally, is what I'll do. Very good, very good. And then I could either... Well, what I should actually technically do is first build my grid. Right. And then design everything from it. So connections. There's another connection just here. And then we go again. So I can build a slight little commercial area here as well. Does that feel weird? I mean, it probably does because of the angles, but slight commercial area in these little squares. Actually, we'll come down to there. Mess that up straight away. So this is the style I want. For those asking, Sediak, what you're building kind of weird. This is the style that I want. The unorganized chaos. Like we got over here, so it kind of feels like the old town, the old part of the city that they've kind of just rebuilt on, and that gives us the vibes. And I'll do a road under the highway just there, as just another additional form of connectivity. So we're gonna select these roads real quick right now. We're gonna set their alignment to up here. No issues, mate. This does drop down slightly here, which I don't know whether to keep it like that. Because it's high enough that it creates its own little barrier. Same here. Once I get all the offices in, you're not really going to notice. So in terms of the water, let's get the waterworks all in. Yep, no need to go any further. So we'll get some high density commercial just here, here, and here, because people working here are going to want to do some shopping. We'll get some lunch on their lunch break, and all that kind of jazz. So we might as well cater for them. We might as well. It's we're gonna turn. You know, I'm gonna zone this area as well, and we'll see what kind of specialization we can kind of throw on it. I know we got like IT cluster and that kind of stuff, but I want to see if there's anything additional, because it's gonna be like a little bit of a tech industry on the side. That could be pretty good. That could be pretty good. So yes, we've got New Amsterdam. I'm gonna get rid of this chunk here, as this becomes its own designated area. So this is what we're going to have. So it could be an IT cluster. Requires 50% less workers, consumes more electricity, generates more tax revenue. But it's 50% less workers though, isn't it? That's the kind of the other downside to it. Now, if I check out the policies on the old city planning, I can do industrial space planning, which doubles the amount of goods produced. Overlooking work safety, though. It's not really what I want. So let me take a quick look. Big business benefactor. They double their sales. Let's go for that. What's small business enthusiast? Oh, it's for low density. High-tech housing. I don't want to go for the industrial space planning, but I feel like the IT cluster might be good. But I'm also going to throw in a high-rise ban. Where's the high-rise ban? Was it on this one? Oh, it was right here. High-rise ban. And then on the zoning, I'm going to make it an IT cluster. I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens right now. So that will spend all that demand that we have, which is perfect. So it should slowly start generating us some more additional residential demands. Now, I did throw a high-rise ban on. Do they not know what a high-rise ban means? Or is that a high-rise ban for an IT cluster? Do you know what? That actually might look really good with the skyline. In the distance, overlooking New Amsterdam. The new world meets the old world. I might keep it to that, to be honest with you. But anyway, the reason I got the road just there, and we got a road here, is because it's then perfectly centralized for the ferry line, which is really good. Really good. So we'll let that continue to grow and do its thing. But that's intriguing. That's going to be very demanding on the old skyline of the area. I'm actually quite excited about that. Now that more time has gone by, what we saying? Key wall or no key wall? I think my answer is no key wall. I'm able to fine-tune the edges a little bit better with the roads alone. So coming out here, 20. Coming out there, 26, boys. 23. And we go bam, bam. I'll run a road in the middle. And that's all you're getting. That's all you're getting, mate. So, this one's interesting. Have the old bridge going across. I like when it goes slightly diagonal as well, because it really feels old towny. It really feels old towny right now. So I won't do a bridge just there. We'll keep it like this. We just got to raise all this up. So it feels quite refreshing to build like this. Because normally, like, and I'm sure a lot of you guys watching right now are the same. Like, you got to be perfect. This has got to go there. It's got to be 90-degree turns, bends, snapping, perfect, all that jazz. But this feels like when I first played City Skylines. This is how I used to build. But it feels refreshing to build like this because I know I'm building an older, stylish town vibe. That IT cluster is ridiculous. Not even going to lie right now. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think it will complement the skyline on the edge? It might make me want to get rid of this dirty industry and spread it over to here as well. It feels like New York. You know, like New York has certain parts of it where the skyscrapers are really high. And then next to it, they're kind of low and flat. Kind of reminds me a little bit like that. So let's get this edge, well, finished as well. Let's go with that. Bam, bam. He's underground. There we go. And we'll go like that. Magical. I'm telling you guys, it's so liberating building like this. I highly recommend you start a new city right now and build like you don't care. Because that's the style you're going for. It's like you got to build like you don't care. And this is what you kind of get. Which is interesting. But it then reverts to something like this. Old style town vibes. It looks pretty good. I like it. I actually like it. So, yeah, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Schools. Right, schools. We don't have the capacity anymore. So we're going to add in some additional capacity. So where could I throw in some beautiful little schools right now? So we can definitely throw one in here by the ferry line. Good transport connectivity. I'm going to throw one in over here as well. We're placing one just here. So we kind of slightly have to get rid of some of these buildings. But near a ferry line as well. And we'll drop in one more. Do these guys not have a school over here? They don't. So I'm going to place in one just there. So that they could get from point A to point B. It's a short distance. I might do a little walkable bridge connecting these two little islands up. But yeah. High school, sorry. We could do with another one of these, which I'll place over on this side. Which I'll complement right next to here. So it might spark more users for the ferry line. And we'll keep it like that. So let's get a nice little walkable bridge going across over here. So, for all in purposes, I've got a little bit of space I could utilize to elevate that bridge. Which is pretty sweet. So only very slightly. But that'll get up and over. That'll be very handy, especially if people are trying to go to school as well. That'll be really handy for those guys. So, very good. Very good, very good, very good. So these guys can complain about not enough educated workers, but we're getting them slowly educated. Yes, we're going to need a university, which is probably something I'll look to be building next episode. But it's slowly coming along. Right, let's take a look then at the public transport. So, we've increased the amount of users for the bus lines, which is pretty sweet to see. I'm really happy with that. But for what effect has that happened? The blue line still got many, many people using it. Now, technically, this line has more people using it. So, we've increased it, boys. That's really good. And obviously, we can do some more zoning around here as well, which will bring more residents. Do we have all the waterworks set up before I do the zoning? Because that's going to slow me down. And that kind of covers us all. So if I get the zoning in and placed to where I want it, then I haven't got to worry anymore. There we go. And gotta continue it, mate. And then finally here. Now, normally I do all the zoning inside of the roads. Because the way the land is here, it's a lot cooler to let the buildings dictate the land changing, like we've got over on this side. So they kind of create their own little wall. And it hangs over quite beautifully. So that's still quite a bit of residential. That is still quite a bit of residential we've thrown in. We're going to need some more industrial. Now, as much as I want to expand this area, the traffic does feel quite bad over here. I've still got to figure out what I'm doing with this road. I mean, the most logical thing is it kind of goes over, maybe under this to enter this vicinity. That feels like the most logical thing at the minute. But I don't really want to squeeze much more industrial zoning. But let me see what I can do here. So if I came up to there, pushed it over, and just for the most part now, let it continue. Just so I can finalize and access this little bit of the area. So we can officially, I'm going to go down to this extra 20. Which I'll utilize. We'll bring this and end it just there. Same with this. And that's as far as the zoning I'll take. So we'll do a... Here we'll do, because I like using the offices because you can use them as a little bit of a buffer for industrial areas that you don't want much traffic on. Water, we're all good. We're all good. But that's becoming a big issue. We're gonna need a roundabout, boys. We're gonna need a roundabout. But that can't be the only method to get in and out of the region. I could build a bridge over, but that's not what I want to do. I could build something around here. Again, I don't know if that's what I want to do. But yes, a roundabout would solve this. And then we might have to fine-tune these entry points. Is there traffic lights here? Yeah. Is there traffic lights anywhere else? There's some just there. But yeah, I'm not going to stress too much just yet. It is an issue that we do need to solve. But we will be needing a roundabout at some point. Now look from this angle. Look at the tall buildings here. It looks like the end of Manhattan, and then one side is all tall skyscrapers. Let me know what you think about that, guys. I'm not 100% sold on it, but let me know what you guys think. We'll get some of the trees in the gaps. Of course we do. Any more little gaps, we'll squeeze some trees in. While there's nothing here, I'll squeeze some trees in. Even though these trees are going to die. But it ain't too bad. Let's be honest, it ain't too bad. It ain't too bad. So we should see some additional users for this ferry stop here. Many people may be getting off the ferry. Yeah, quite a few people getting off there. Oh, that's pretty cool. So now we spark some more life back into our ferry system. This is absolutely glorious. But yeah, next episode then, guys, what we'll do is we'll sort out a roundabout system here. And I'm going to build a university. Now, I kind of want to build the university maybe like over here somewhere. So it might mean that I need to connect up this ferry, this canal system down to here. And take it to wherever I want to go. Build it, get some good stops off, get a nice little ferry line coming back through again. And it might even lead on to having this to utilize this connection as well. Who knows? We shall see. But for now, guys, we're going to end it here. We've got a lot of good stuff done. Taking care of a lot of the issues. Hopefully this will future-proof us moving forward. And I'm hoping the residents of New Amsterdam like living in this brand new area. I'm praying they do. But we'll slowly get the educated citizens to what they require. A university is going to be the big change for them at those education levels. But do you reckon I need different types of public transport, or should I solely try and keep the method ferries and buses? Let me know in the comment section down below. But until next time, I will see you all soon. So goodbye. See you.